Hi and welcome back to my channel. So this week I'm bringing you another Disney fact because, as you know, my Disney trip is coming up very soon. So today we're going to be talking about 10 things to skip to save money on your Disney vacation. Let's jump right on in. Number 1, stroller rentals. Bring your own from home and save rental fees of about $16 a day. You can find umbrella strollers that fold up nicely for around $25, and sometimes you can find them a little bit cheaper depending on where you go. So if you have kids that are over 5 years old, skip the strollers altogether. That'll save you a whole lot of money. Number 2, eating before you get to the park. This is a no-brainer to eat a big breakfast before you get to the park. That way you can just go and have a late lunch and you're saving money because you're only eating one meal in the park. Number 3, bottled water. In the parks, you're going to pay between $2.50 and $3 for a bottle of water that typically would only cost you 99 cents maybe in the store. Bring your own refillable water bottle. So get you a nice tall plastic cup that with a lid and a straw, or no straw, depending on how your cup is made. And typically you can get free water and ice, so that way you're not paying for it. Number 4, weekends in summertime. Resort room rates are higher on Friday and Saturday nights. So if you want to save some money, book a trip that is Sunday to Friday morning to avoid the higher prices. Disney also offers value seasons where you can find the lowest room rates. These times generally are in January, February, and September. You'll also have a lower crowd during those times. Number 5, park hopper passes. If it's not in your budget, I highly recommend park hopper passes to be able to visit multiple parks per day, because it'll get very expensive getting tickets to, let's say, the Magic Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom, Epcot. If you buy them individually. If you get the hopper pass, you can visit several parks over the course of several days. There's 2-day, 3-day, and I believe 5-day hopper passes. Those are ones I know for sure. It might be a 7, but I know those 3 for sure. It can be about $100 and some odd. However, it's the cheapest way to go because, like I said, it allows you to hop from park to park over the course of how many ever days you purchase, right? Number 6, character meals. Unless you have the basic dining plan, which is also called Plus Dining, where you get 1 table service meal a day, skip the character meals. They run about $40 to $60 per adult. There's an 18% gratuity that's added on for parties with 6 or more, and then there's tax. It can be an extremely expensive meal. Although the character experiences are a lot of fun and the restaurants are great, guess what? You can meet those same characters in the park. So, and they're going to be free because you've already paid to get in the park. So if you just have to see Mickey and Donald and what's her name, Daisy and Goofy and all the other characters, instead of doing the character meals, wait till you go to the parks because they're going to be there anyway. Number 7, preferred rooms. So be sure to ask for a standard room. Now, you're going to have to walk a little bit further to get to the pools, the bus stops, the food court, but the room rates go down a whole lot. And there are also standard view rooms as well. So this means that instead of looking out over the pool or the garden or whatever, you're going to be looking at another building versus, the other views. However, you're on vacation, you're in Disney, you have no business being in your room all day anyway to worry about what you're looking at out the window. And by the time you come back to your room, you should be so tired that you don't care to look out your window. Number 8, survivor overload. Every survivor at Disney is cute. It's hard to pick the perfect one. I would suggest that if you're going to buy souvenirs from Disney, don't get them from the park. Number 1, they're going to be much more expensive. You can try the downtown Disney area. That still may be a little expensive, but I don't think it's going to be as expensive as being inside the park. But you can also try the strip malls, and you'll see them. They'll be up there in lights where they sell souvenirs. You can get some really great souvenirs for really great prices, much cheaper than buying them inside of the park. Number 9, using credit cards. You've already spent a lot of money to get to Disney. Don't charge up your card balance while you're there. Buy gift cards, and which will help keep you on a budget. Okay, you'll only spend what's on the card and be more thrifty with a set limit. Don't link your credit or debit card to your Magic Band. It's more convenient, yes, but you lose track of the amount of money that you're spending over time. Let me put a pin right here, because when I read that, I actually could not stop laughing initially, because I thought about one year when my daughter, my niece, my mom, and I, we went on a cruise, and my girlfriend Sandy and her daughter Brittany, we all went on this cruise. We had a great time. And of course, you know, when I go on a cruise, I don't give them my card number. Instead, I give them cash, and I put cash on my sign and sale card, because that's how you pay for everything. Well, my child and my niece thought it was just wonderful to go everywhere and just swipe. I mean, they're just swiping all over the place. So day 2 into the cruise, I get a note under my door saying that there's no money left on my sign and sale card. And I'm thinking, well, that can't be right, because all I did was pay for our excursions for the next day. We were getting off at the Dunes River Falls. And so I was thinking, well, but I should still have money on my card. Go to the front desk. Come to find out, my child and my niece have been swiping their little cards, and so I could see what they purchased, and they were the non-alcoholic drinks, which for them seem like slushies, because that's really what they are. And I thought, okay, well, this is great, but they had quite a few of them in the 2 days that we were on the ship. And of course, when I talked to them, I said, well, where are the cups? We threw those away. I'm like, what? They're souvenir cups. So you mean to tell me you did all this swiping, and you guys didn't even keep not one cup? Needless to say, I had to put them on a little timeout. I said, for the rest of the ship, you're only allowed to swipe that card one time. So if you get that drink in the morning, that's it for the day. One drink per day. You know, because if not, they were just going crazy. And then there were some times that I did allow them to have an extra one, of course. But I had to get a handle on it, because that thing get out of control really quickly. So I say that to say, if you link your cards to the magic band, and let's say your child goes over to the stand and they see this cute little Mickey doll they have to have, and they don't care that that doll's about $100, they just scan the band, and guess what? Get their mouse and go on about their business. Well, you get to see it when you get that bill. So, for that reason, don't link your cards up. And number 10, last but certainly not least, holidays and ticketed events. Going during Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and Halloween weeks is not only more expensive, it's way more crowded. For some, it's the only time that they can go without missing school, because, you know, for those of us that have, well, no, I'm sorry, not me, because my child is 29 years old, but for those of you that have small children, I can understand that you're limited to when you can go, because you really don't want your children missing school to go to Disney. Of course, they can go. You just ask the teacher for their homework packet, and make sure you get it done while you're on vacation. But if you don't want to do that, you can go in between holidays. And the holidays I'm speaking of are Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which I really want to go to both of those. And I don't know how, but I'm going to see how I can make that happen and go this year. But if I'm not able to squeeze it in because I have so much going on, I am definitely going to squeeze it in for next year. So, I'm sorry, back to my notes. So these two things are magical events, and you should experience them if you can without breaking the bank. But they are expensive events, so please know that they are very expensive events, and they start at around $65 a ticket. So you're talking about a ticket for mom and dad and a ticket for the kids, depending on how many kids you have. So just know that these things are absolutely amazing, and I would encourage everybody to try and visit during these two very big times. But just know you're going to come out the pocket with about $65 a ticket, unless you can find a discount someplace. Maybe the hotel resort that you're staying at is offering some kind of discount ticket. So that's all I have, you guys. Let me do a quick recap, and I promise I'll let you be. So we talked about the 10 things to skip to save money on your next Disney vacation. Number 1, stroller rentals. Number 2, eating before you go to the park. Number 3, bottled water. Number 4, weekends and summertime. Number 5, park hopper passes. Number 6, character meals. Number 7, preferred rooms. Number 8, souvenir overload. Number 9, using credit cards. And number 10, holidays and ticketed events. So I hope that helps you all if you're thinking about going to Disney during the holiday season, which we're in July, so that season is going to be coming up very quickly. So if it's something you're thinking about doing, please reach out to me. Let's get your trip booked. as early as possible so you don't spend any more money than you absolutely have to. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. You know I do. And until next week, I want you all to have a wonderful day. Do something creative, and don't forget to start booking your fall and winter vacations. Reach out to me. I'll leave my contact information in the description box. Until next time, take care.